Let's adjust the camera. Welcome. We have a live channeled reading. It's rare, but welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle. I was sent for a channeled reading. I don't know how the sound is working, so there may or may not be feedback in the background. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the reading. It'll be low viewership today since it wasn't announced, and I'm just going to leave that there. So, Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. From Liminal 11, we'll be imposing the guidance from This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman, and again, that's over at Liminal 11 Publishing. Okay, so we're going to lay down 4 cards. It'll be the overall energy as we're gathered here today for the Oracle Consularship, which is to deliberate the findings and impose some guidance for a channeled reading. The 4 cards for the overall energy are King of Swords, Star, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Again, I repeat, King of Swords, Star, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 cards giving us the overall energy as we're gathered here today for the Oracle Consularship are the King of Swords, Star, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. That will give us the clarification of the energy. All future tarot cards will be to clarify or to modify these 4 energies. King of Swords is some kind of imposing judgment over a situation. It can be absolute authority. It can be some type of technical skill as well. Star card with the King of Swords. The Star card is bigger, brighter, and better. Hope, faith, optimism. It's guided by faith, not by sight. It's looking up above the horizon towards the stars into the future. It's bigger, brighter, and better. It's also our spirit, karma, life path, destiny. It's the calling on our life. With the King of Swords, that could be somebody with their sun sign in Aquarius. To a lesser degree, it could be a Taurus rising. We have the 10 of Pentacles here as well. So this can be estates, corporations, institutions. It also is the destiny. So this could be the record, this could be the destiny, this could be something that was destined to happen. So we have 2 indicators of destiny here. Okay, and then with the 4 of Pentacles, well, this is also legacy, family planning. With the 4 of Pentacles, it could be, well, it's literally about securing a position. If it's talking about a personality style, it will be rigid. There's no other modifiers here yet, so we don't know what kind of rigidity that is, whether it's positive or negative. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and smash that like button. From Los Carabeo, we will be deliberating the findings for any type of correlative or corresponding energy. From Vida Sibila, that's the Daily Oracle, again by Los Carabeo. Again, my name is Priestess Abossi. I was sent to impose the guidance and deliberate any findings for a channeled reading today. Again, we'll be using to impose the guidance This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. If you're new, welcome. You belong, so welcome home. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. Any additional cards will clarify or modify the energy that we have right here. So far, all I know is that we're securing a position in some type of estate, some type of institution, whether it be a corporation or a legacy type of deal. If there's a relationship, which we don't have yet, it would be like a long-term relationship with family planning. It wouldn't just be pair bonding. I also know that we have the King of Swords with this Aquarius card, the Star. So if it's not somebody that's learned to use their technical skill to be guided by faith, not by sight, it would actually just be a Taurus rising or an Aquarius sun. King of Swords with the Star card means sun in Aquarius, or Aquarius heaven, which is a Taurus rising. So we have the Six of Wands, further clarifying this with the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Strength card, La Forza. Okay, so I'm getting Strigeti Venederi. I don't know what that is yet. There was some type of other energy, entity, ideology that bared or imposed their energy over our energetic field. From what I understand thus far, is that they were given a warning of interference, basically saying like, hey, there's other matters going on with other ranking individuals, or other matters going on with other supreme individuals. Those with the destiny are calling on their life. They're official individuals, meaning us. We're the official individual. We had something going on. There's a destiny that we're, you know, there's a calling on our life. We have a divine mission. So some energy here was moving towards this institution, whether it be a family legacy, whether it be some type of corporation or an estate, this other energy, entity, ideology, whatever, what have you, we don't know yet. It doesn't really matter, right? This other energy started to move towards this legacy or institution, and they received some type of feedback. It was a feedback loop, a negative one. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles with the Strength card could usually mean repression, but in this position, some other external energy would need to take over our person, our being. I don't really think we let that happen. So why don't we just check right quick, because Four of Pentacles is mirror magic when there's a witch around. In another case, it could just be securing a position, probably within this institution or legacy, because there's a third party or some type of triangulation, Three of Swords. I know what we're moving towards, what we're going towards is an effervescent expansion of our life path, spirit, karma, destiny. Knight of Cups with the Star. That would mean we're driving life forward according to our authentic self, according to our true nature, according to sincerity, genuineness, genuine sincerity, and we're taking actions from the heart. And it does have to do with our spirit, karma, life past destiny. So it's thoroughly, doubly confirmed here. Knight of Cups, all the knights are spirit, karma, life past destiny according to the suit. So with the cups, it would be authenticity, genuineness, sincerity. It's always with the cups about your authentic self, true nature. And then again, we have spirit, karma, life past destiny with the Star card. We also, with the Strength and the Star card, we have heart's ambition and soul's desire. So I love that combination because we get the immortal soul and the eternal soul. So with the Six of Wands, we also have a tie into this Leo energy. You know, the Strength card, zodiac wise, is Leo, but astrologically, it's Saturn interacting with Venus, Moon, or the Sun. Oh, excuse me, I apologize, mi piace. It's the Sun and interacting with Saturn, Venus, or the Moon, and usually in the sign of Cancer, Leo, or Virgo, or in the house, okay, of 4, 5, or 6. So that's what the Strength card is. And it also talks about, you know, emotional fortitude, strength, courage, and wisdom. And we also have a double whammy of like the path, the left-hand path, which is here not negroso, it's not negative. It actually means that we're tuned into our immortal soul, we're tuned into our effervescent being, we're being in line with the universe. And also, if we are a goddess, if we are a priestess, if we are, you know, doing that thing on that spiritual grind with that spiritual hustle, that sacred hustle, there's some aspect of Isis, which is the Star card, another word for Mamiwata, or Sekhmet, another word for, you know, Dazuji Sapata. So this is great. With the Six of Wands here, not only are we receiving glory, sixes are receiving support, grace, gifts, you know, a chosen status, exalted status. But with the wand specifically, it's six receiving wands um, glory. So we're receiving glory here in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. Maybe, just maybe, because we have this either a sacred judgment, a supreme authority, or some kind of technical skill. Okay, so again, another correspondence is the Six of Wands with the Strength card. Why don't we go ahead and check into that and see what we got going on? So we had a pop. There's a message from the other side, but the way that it came is that we're interfering. So the fact that we have our own little sacred space, the fact that we're doing our own little thing, the fact that we have peace, the fact that we're tempered, emotional fortitude tempered, we're kind of indomitable. Okay, we're kind of, formidable. We're formidable. You can't mess with us. That's a problem for somebody. It's giving them some kind of wound because they have their eyes set on something, whatever it is, whatever have you. They got a little narrative, a little mean mugging going on, whatever that looks like. Yeah, so they're in this adversarial, little competitive energy, il nemico. So they're becoming a nemesis. Here's a little bit more benign than other things, probably because it's just competitive. But there's something here moving in secret, or there's many multiple phases, or something of that nature. It's fascinating to me because I do feel like the other side is getting some kind of warning. They're getting told by the divine, hey, watch your mouth. Hey, you better check yourself. That's what the other side is getting. So as we continue, we'll have a little more clarity on that. Now we have the Fool, il matto. And I wanted to say we have a time indicator here. So, over the next 6 weeks. Wow, over the next 3 fortnights. So where are we? We are inching towards I have to say, I believe it's the new moon. I better not be acting stupid, looking stupid. Let's check here. You know what? Mama don't care. I don't have the energy. As we move towards the next moon cycle, there's something here where it's going to continue on. So there's something here around the moon, and whatever action that is taken, there's going to be a little bit of like a summons. So if this energy steps out of line, the tower and the Three of Swords, you don't want to play. Confirmed by the Strength card, you don't want to play. If you're just getting in the room, go ahead and smash that like button. So we have the Fool, the Mato, the Torre, the Tower, Infante Disparate, the Page of Swords with this Nove Denari, the Nine of Pentacles here. So yeah, there's this energy I'm getting. I can't not mention it. This other side be mean mugging. They got some kind of attitude. They want to know why we're so peaceful, why we're so stoic, or why things don't bother us, what it is that gives us our strength, our fortitude, why we seem so calm, why we seem so self-possessed and certain. And you know what? Mind your business. That's what's up. Go find you something to do. That's what's up. Worry about your own self. That's what's up. Don't know what to tell you, but that's about what it is. Blessings be upon you. Peace and blessings to your awakening and enlightenment. I hope the goddess illuminates and enumerates and and enlightens your path. I hope you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime, and that you get up off my nut. That's what I'm getting thus far. And in 12 cards, I already want to give the cosmic backhand. So I just wondered what that means. Because yet again, another timing indicator, there's something here working around the moon cycle. So they're trying to summon some kind of covert um, personal power to impose upon another being. And we've already made it through several cycles. They're actually living in our own little world, or our own little environment, or our own little power. They might not know it. We might not know it. But the truth is coming out. There's a God's finger between a knight, like two up, one over, two down, one. You hear what I'm saying? Um, the Three of Swords in the Tower, when they're in this little the exact positioning, that's not good, honey. because it means this is already in the Lord's hand, and the eye of God is the tower. So you don't, God is watching you. God is watching. It's like karma says, "Hey, I saw that." That's literally what I'm getting. And I don't know what this is because the Page of Swords, first of all, they're feeling constrained or they're feeling suspended. They're feeling on notice. They're feeling summons. They're feeling called to the table. Page of Swords, Three of Swords. Pages is the feelings. If it's not a person who's like a spy or who's scrutinizing or who's watching, observing, it's some kind, and it could be in its most benevolent energy. The Page of Swords could be this little thing where, like, okay, you're being prepared for, usually by the goddess or your parents, or your mentor. Parents is usually the wands have to deal with family lineage, but like transmission of gifts, or cups is the ancestry. But with the Page of Swords is about being prepared for technical skill or being prepared for supreme authority, or you're just now learning about intellect, reason, and communication. And that's the benevolence of the Page of Swords. Even when it's talking about messages, the Page of Swords means a late message, a death row part in 10 minutes too late kind of deal. Um, isn't it ironic? Because this person, they've been doing the mean mugging. They're sitting there counting and watching somebody else's blessings, and they're feeling some kind of way about it. That means you need to find you something to do. I hope you work that out, my dear. So Two of Cups, Four of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. So yeah, they got this little stinking thinking. That's what it is. Five of Wands in the page. I mean, excuse me, perdón, mi scusi. Five of Pentacles, yeah, Cinque Denari. Five of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So we have Strigenia Verideria. There's some kind of witchy cuckoo here. Little brujaha, little santaria. Something is going on. Abracadabra, hocus pocus, mind your business. That's what this is, because their little evil eye or their little mean mug with their little azevutun sticky tongue, the little witch's wiggle, I don't care. It's nasty, McNasty. You need to stop. That's what I'm getting, and I don't like it. Well, anyways, see, we have now this Page of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. So that means they have stinking thinking. Period, point blank, in the story. There's no way about that. There's no way around that. That's just what it is. Life ain't right. They're sitting there in their little wounds. They're sitting there with their little miserly McMiserly, and they got their little stank face, and they got that little chip on their shoulder, and they have some little stinking thinking, and that's what's going on. They can't call out to God because their hearts are open. They probably think they're not worthy of God's love, and that's the only people who don't get it, is those who think they're not worthy. So, blessings be upon them, that they're in whatever karmic cycle they need to be in, and it's probably working for them on a soul level, but their human experience is probably most particularly and decisively unpleasant at the particular moment. And you know what, honey? You can get up out of that if you need to. Patience and blessed be upon you. But we're over here in the Six of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So we figured something out. We went through a cycle. We are already reaping what we sowed. So if we made some investments, they're yielding, they're paying off. You know what I mean? And things are working for us. I like that for us. But there is something coming to the door. So something's not knocking, wanting attention. Something's not knocking, asking what's up. Not knocking, seeing like if they can cross the threshold or if they're invited in. The answer is no. Don't bring no stink face around here. Don't bring no mean mugging around here. Don't bring no rusty, dusty, musty, crusty little soul, little vibration, little energy, little frequency up in here. Don't be doing that. Because, all is full of love. Love is the answer. Desire is the key. If you call, you can dance with me. But that's not what they do. They got this little counting other people's blessings, mean mugging, watching and observing. You minding my business, might as well be my employee. Holmes, what's this? That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm sensing. That's what I'm seeing. And we get more blessings, more, and so we're full of love. We want to shower and give grace. We want to invite people into the Ingading, the In Garden, the Garden of Eden, the secret garden. We want to bring people to the promised land. But the thing is, this is a person that if we took them with us to the top, they're not somebody who wants to see us at the top, so they wouldn't be supportive. Because they're losing. They're in a losing streak. Let me explain. They had heaven upon them once upon a time, 10 of Cups. We are there to steward sacred blessings, Ace of Cups. We have the Hangman here, so God's children, collective subconscious of the incarnated souls. But they're in a karmic lesson 5 of Wands. We're sitting here already twice blessed and graced 4 of Wands. And it's about a karmic cycle, 10 of Wands. So what's up? What you about? That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm sensing. That's what I'm seeing. That's what you about. Vertex of Abundance is a galactic temple of ascension delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. We will be from ripe avocado, deliberating the findings for any type of pairing through the minor arcana of Cosmic Coven Tarot, and that's by Lillian Lazenby. In pairings or just doubles or triples or set all 4 of a card here. So we have a double 5, a pair of 5s. We have a pair of 10s. We have a pair of 4s. A triple 4, okay, so it's kind of slightly better because one of them is a 1s. But I was getting that sub press, O press, D press, repress. I'm getting that little witchy cuckoo that's not working no more. Oh. Okay, well, grant me a moment. Let's just check this right quick. Since we're doing the live, okay, so I'll pull this one. We're gonna see what's going on because I'm detecting it so strongly. There may be a witch here, and it's not working for them. It's not working for them. So we have the spells deck and we have the witch's oracle. When I go through the delineation here and I see mixed strongly, that some little brujaha is doing the little thug thizzle, then we'll see what it is and what it's about. Because what this is saying, 10 of Wands, is that there's a karmic cycle. Okay? Somebody here is buckling under the weight of their own karmic causes, whatever that is, whatever that looks like, whatever, what have you, so on and so forth. And we're over here in the 4 of Wands, clarified by the Hangman and the Ace of Cups. So yeah, we were given some cosmically and divinely ordained little platform or pulpit. We might be sitting on a throne of some kind, blessed by God. And we do have the blessings for our heart's desires, Ace of Cups here. And with the Hangman, it most definitely and assuredly is from God, okay? Now, God is generator, operator, destroyer. It's the cosmic thing that animates whatever reality, whatever incarnation that we're in. We can go on and on and on ad nauseum and infinitum, etc. But that's generally what we're going to say. Now, 5 of Wands, especially with the 10 of Wands, means demon, hellfire. With this other 5, okay, maybe not. So another determination might be that with the double 5, it's depletions, it's degradations, it's decline. It can be destruction, but it's more debilitation. Somebody's taking an L right now. They might even be actively participating in a losing streak of their own demise. Now, we don't have a 5 of Swords here, but we do have a 3 of Swords and the Tower. So the Tower is a collapse, so is the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, which is not present, usually means canceled. Something is canceled. So we have a 3 of Swords, which means something gets suspended. A 5 of Swords would be something gets revoked. 5 of Swords is normally when somebody loses grace. 3 of Swords is normally when somebody is choosing to no longer live in accordance with the laws of the universe. The laws of the universe, separate than the laws of the land, are not so much peace and security, they're more karma. So this person is really mucking up when it comes to karma. I don't know what they do, and I don't need to know that. I'm scared for you, girl. I hope you work that out quickly, okay? Get it together. And really, with the 5 of Pentacles, the karmic lesson there is just reach out and touch grace, reach out and touch heaven, ask for forgiveness, pray to the Lord, get on your knees, and look into the future. And that was the first card out in the future. Down here in the 3rd dimension was the Star card. So that's about being guided by faith, not by sight. That's about strength, courage, hope, faith, and optimism, bigger and brighter and better. Life past spirit, karma, destiny, and a calling on one's life. We also have the strength card, which is emotional fortitude, strength, courage, and wisdom. So with the star card, what you need to do is look up above the horizon towards the stars into the future. You worrying about the right now. Your right now ain't most particularly pleasant, girl. We could already say that. Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Ten of Wands. But you came from heaven, Ten of Cups. You have God's love, Two of Cups. I don't know what you're smoking. I don't know what this is. I don't know who lied to you. Okay? Because that's a mess. And over here on our side, we got the Six of Cups. So we got the whole world in his hand. Yeah, because the Six of Cups, Two of Wands, or the Six of Cups, Four of Wands means we've already been graced and given. We've already kind of done our thing. With the Nine of Pentacles, we've gone through a couple cycles where we had to learn, and now we're on the up and up. And we've secured our position for our Pentacles. When there's three fours, it would mean suppress, repress, depress, oppress. Not with one of them being a Wands. Because the Strength card is a sign of a witch, especially when there's a prevalence of fives or eights around. Witchcraft 5, spell work 8. But it's negated ever so slightly with this Strength card and this Four of Wands. It means, okay, there may be little magics, there may be little Strigane Benedette, there may be little abracadabra, hocus pocus, brujeria, santeria. There may be some of that, okay? But it's working to our favor. We found a safe space, a sanctuary, Six of Cups. We found safe space and refuge, Six of Cups, safe sanctuary. Now, we have the Six of Wands and we have the Six of Cups. That's another pair, a pair of sixes. So what that tells me is that somebody here is receiving grace and somebody here is receiving glory. Somebody here is receiving anointing, Six of Cups. Somebody here is receiving glory, Six of Wands. Now, we're the ones receiving glory because the Strength card is on our side. They are going through an ego death. This other side, they're going through a massive karmic lesson because 2 5s also mean chaos. So they're choosing to turn away from the divine. I don't know what that is. I don't understand. But it happens, when there's a breakdown, there's a breakthrough. We don't see the breakthrough yet. There's no Ten of Swords. This karmic cycle is already over, though. That's what I'm getting, is because we have a pair of tens. So for some reason, someone's choosing not to wake up. For some reason, somebody's choosing not to see what's going on. For some reason, somebody is choosing to be, no, can't hear you. La, 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 can't hear you. Okay, so I was pulling for the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So we have Servicio here, and where are they at? Uh-oh. They got this Alegría il Morte. So the end of contriviality is here. They're going to get the stupid knocked out of them because there's something where they're just not showing up serious to life. And we have Vidovo here. So they're going to mourn their lack of attentiveness because they don't realize this, but they're already at the end of the story. La Vecchia Signora. Yeah, there's some wisdom, but this is wisdom from loss. These two cards together, it's wisdom from loss. You'll understand and respect the things that you once had because you no longer have them. Once a job is once begun, never leave it till it's done. Be the job, great or small, do it well or not at all. Youth is wasted on the young. It's something I was told from my mother figure as I was growing up. Youth is wasted on the young. Okay, well, that story went away. Yeah, and I also want to know what this Two of Cups, Ten of Cups means. And I'm hearing that song, I'm Wishing on a Star. I like the... To find out where you are, I'm wishing on a dream. Yeah, so somebody just might not have the hope, the wish, the faith, the optimism. They might be a little short on faith and hope. To find out what it means. And I wonder. So they're tuning into karma, tuning into ego, tuning into I know better, I'm going to do better, I'm going to worry about my root chakra, I'm going to be in fear. Instead of I'm going to be connected to source, Ten of Cups, Two of Cups. So what that's bringing for them, being connected to source, is that there's something very precious, something that they were born with, gifted with. and it's waiting to cross the threshold. It's waiting to come into the earth realm here. And for whatever reason, they're il nemico. They're not safe to get given their own blessings and gifts right now because they're an enemy to themselves. God cannot bring them into the Holy Grail, cannot bring them into the inner sanctum because they're an enemy. They're competitive. That's probably why they're mean, mugging, counting blessings, doing whatever. Because here we are golden. Six of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. That's a pretty favorable position to be in. Vertex of Abundance is the Galactic Temple of Ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. Of anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave a review, book a session, send a donation. For any type of pairing, union, love energy, we'll be using from Etsy the Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. We have the Ten of Cups with the Two of Cups. Also, we have the Four of Wands with the Two of Cups. So, Four of Wands, twin flame union, Two of Cups, soulmate union. But we have masquerading. So somebody's lying to themselves or others. They're not being truthful. They're not even showing up authentic. And they're this judgy McJudgerson here, overly critical, persnickety and perfectionist, judgmental, uptight, shrewd, and petty. I called it earlier. We have the Five of Pentacles with that Page of Swords. That's some stinking thinking. Yeah, because things are stable for us, and they're sitting there feeling like they're running out of time. That they got to do this, they got to do that, la-di-da, yada-yada. So we might be, our lower self might, this might also be our lower self. We might need to figure out a few things, which is stepping into flow with the calling in our life, the divine mission we're here to carry out. What is this Two of Cups, Four of Wands about? So we're a little bit stuck because something's already set in motion for us. And we might be trying to figure out something else to do because it would seem like what we want isn't hitting. But what's best for us is actually on the way and it's bigger than what we can understand right now. We might be asking for a long stem rose and God's trying to give us a whole bouquet of roses. You know, we might be trying to get help to pay this little one expensive bill or whatever, and God's trying to make us a millionaire or something like that. So let's go into these pairings now. We have a pair of tens, 10 of wands, 10 of cups. That's the infernal kingdom or some type of karmic cycle. We have the 10 of cups. It's the eternal kingdom or some type of happily ever after relationship or community. It's basically emotional fulfillment. We have the 10 of swords. So that's the pit, eternal damnation, or a breakthrough after a breakdown. It's a breakthrough because we have the Three of Swords with the Tower here. Oh, that's another correspondence. Also, we have the Ten of Cups with the Knight of Cups. That's a homecoming. So this person needs to come back to the Lord. That's the situation. That's the situation. This person needs to come back to the Lord. Or it could be us. This could also be our lower self. We don't have enough energy to be another person. But it doesn't feel like us over here. It doesn't. And I'll be honest, this does mirror like it could be us though, because on one hand I see that we have to thinking, we're in this karmic cycle, we're toiling away. We need to set something down, we need to let something go, or this other person does. Somebody here needs to set something down, needs to let something go, 10 of wands. You can make it, you can complete it, but there's one thing that doesn't need to be there. There's one thing too many that we're carrying around on our back. Yeah, and we're trying to move in secret, be strategic. But the secret is that what we want is coming. So instead of going around chasing butterflies and hummingbirds, why don't we cultivate a beautiful garden that attracts said butterflies and hummingbirds? That's the thing to do. Think smarter, not harder. So yeah, there is something we need to lay down and put to bed, because it's going to create this hoping, wishing, praying, longing, yearning for some wounding from the past is what this is going to create. If you just got in the room, go ahead and smash that like button. It's a continued honor to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the pleasure and the privilege to do so. Yeah, so there's some kind of truth coming. King of Swords with the Ace of Swords, and it's about some kind of mastery that we need to impose upon this energetic field that we're in. So we're moving to this triple four. Usually the triple four will be oppress, repress, depress, suppress, with the strength card here and this double five being witchcraft. But here, since the wands, it negates it. It would mean moving in together. So we need to move into the spot. We need to plug in. If there is love here, we need to, if we're, we need to move in together. We need to cohabitate. Excuse me. We're live, so I can't mute, but I need to cough right quickly. Excuse me. That started me moving in together. So I don't see a business partnership, but if there's a business, it would mean getting the documentation together, or it's skin in the game. It's not just commitment like the 2 4s, but the 3 4s means skin in the game. So so what is this? What is this? 3 4s, triple 4. 9 of Pentacles coming from the other side. It fell face down. Okay, so I do need to repeat, some energy here is very upset that we can live authentically, that we can be genuine, that we have a good heart, that we have, an open heart, that we have a good nature. They're looking at us saying, like, why aren't you unhappy? Why aren't you suffering? And it's just because we got God. That's it. That's all. And they're sitting there second guessing or confused, 8 of Swords, or, to a lesser degree, they could be wrangled up, hemmed up in some kind of way. I don't know what that's about. It's basically rule, regulation, restriction, because they needed to be restrained or confined in some way. There's some kind of regulation. Now, 8 of Swords, we also have 10 of Swords, so they might have been caught and then they're held in contempt. Basically, they're being sentenced for something that they're going to be arraigned on pretty soon. So this is going to be entered into the record. Their trial is nearly complete. And if this is us, we've been going through a hardship, 5 of Pentacles, because it was a karmic lesson, and it's literally because we're divine in our origin and our nature, and we weren't seeing that. We weren't tuning into, tapping into that. 10 of Cups is our celestial endowment. 10 of Pentacles is our spiritual inheritance. 10 of Cups is also what was intended for us. 10 of Pentacles is what was destined for us. There's multiple meanings here. But with the Knight of Cups and this 10 of Cups, it means a homecoming. Confirmed with the Hangman, thoroughly confirmed with this Ace of Cups here. So it might be contrivial, fake joy. And it's not us. This energy here is not us, but I'm going to read it 2 ways, because we can't be dealing with an enemy or another energy here. We also could be dealing with our lower self. No, this is an enemy. This is another person, because there's a racket. La falsita always means that there's something being withheld, and it's not that we don't know better. It's no, there's an intentional withholding of something. So a person's not telling us their intention, yeah. And they might not be telling us that they love us, that they have some type of affinity, affection, Two of Cups. That they like us, they want to be with us, they want to kiss us, they think we pretty. Because we have the Knight of Wands, which just keeps coming back. Knight of Cups, that they're trying to get to a place where they can open up their hearts. So let's look at this pair of fives. I'm a little terrified. Five of Cups came. So this is some kind of burst bubble, mourning, disappointment, grief. It's also needing to accept a loss, crying over spilled milk. It's time to move on. That trial has already gone through. They can step out of the pain, start working on something, but they're holding on to where they're at. Four of Pentacles. They're not moving through it. So this five is things are depleting because they're living in the past. They need to execute judgment, turn this pain into some kind of lesson. Knight of Swords. Manifest something out of it. It happened. Transmute that energy. Make it something better. Four of Cups. So they're stagnated. They need to find some joy. And they're going to feel joy when, I don't know, they might just need to spend more time where they're at. King of Swords. So something's going to shift in some kind of way, shape, form, or another in terms of executing judgment. Because we keep having this. So they need to feel communal or feel joy or feel celebration or feel celebrated, feel affirmed. They need to feel affirmed. Okay, what is that? So that's the thing. We need to be loving and innocent. So what is this pair of sixes? We have the Eight of Cups. So maturity, a pilgrimage, moving higher ground. We might need to just get into this connection. We might need to just get into this connection. Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. That's a legacy relationship. We also have the Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles here too. Is building a family, building a life together. And that's everything that I see. It's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me to do so. If anything I said resonated deeply with you, go ahead and smash that like button. Since this is a live, we will not have a summary of the reading today, okay? And if the reading went too long, remember you can always hit the double speed. But today we had a message around a karmic cycle that existed with our divine soul. We're sitting in the grace of the divine. Six of Wands, and we receive glory, and Queen of Cups. We have the unconditional love of the divine, yet there's some kind of mimagin, and that's also receiving favor. Six of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Wands here again, receiving glory. There's also some kind of energy here that something doesn't know that it's received favor. It thinks, or they think that they're being lost in illusion, delusion, confusion, or Seven of Cups, or there's a facade, a mirage, a glamour. They might be even being gaslighting themselves. And also, somebody might need to work with us a little bit so that the love can flow between us. It's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to serve. Thank you for allowing me to do so. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dhanava, and ashe. Just a quick prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in the seas of time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine, unconditional love and universal oneness. Ha'anaponopono. We love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this life. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dhanava, and ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, avidazane. Take care. See you the next one. I'm just going to check the comments right quick, if there are any. Oh, hi, I can never say your first name. I see your last name, though, McMillan. Yeah, so I'm happy that it was clean and everything today. We'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna work on another video. I want to see what the Six of Wands and Seven of Cups is about, but I'm gonna make me some lunch first. Take